What's happening, partners and partnettes? It's D motherfucking Blake. 2023 has been a while. I haven't dropped a video since 2020. And what the fuck have I been doing? That's a good question. Working, man. Driving these trucks. And just trying to get it right, man. Just trying to get it right. I left a lot of people hanging. I left my damn self hanging for sure. But anyway, fuck it. The interviews wasn't coming. COVID hit, shut shit down. And I went from being overambitious, depression, alcoholism, smoking too much weed, on some fucking shit. Man, you name it, I done been through the bullshit, man. You name it, I done been through it, man. What I really want to talk about today, 2023, Easter's tomorrow, and running from the gift. We all tend to run from our gifts, and that's something that I've been doing my whole life, is running from my gifts. Man, I don't even know where to start. You know what? I'm gonna go back, man. I'm gonna go back. A lot of people, y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. I can say this is probably like my first time doing this shit, dropping something. So this is what it is. I graduated high school in 2002. My dad was Suge Knight's bodyguard. So at that time, I was rapping. I was in a group called Prolific. It was a little party. We was throwing little house parties and shit. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, I'm from West Covina. You know what I'm saying? The West Side. Not Covina, I'm from West Covina, nigga, the dub. So, and shout out to all the homies and shit. Anyway, we was throwing little parties and shit. I was a battle rapper. I came up as a battle rapper. I used to battle motherfuckers and shit. That was my thing, battling people. So, I always thought I was gonna be a big rapper. And then my pops, he got the little gig, as Suge bodyguard. I'm meeting people. I'm on the phone. One time I was rapping over the phone to Spider Low. Shout out to Spider Low, SPI. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a young nigga. I'm gonna be rapping, and meeting all these people and stuff. I said stuff because I'm trying not to curse, but anyway, meeting all these different people that I used to look up to, and I've heard of. Like, man, I'm thinking this the shit. I ended up being a stand-up comedian. Went from thinking I'm gonna be a rapper to being a stand-up comedian. I'm talking about I met a gang of people that I used to listen to on legendary songs at Death Row Records. Or actually it was The Row at that time, because everybody had left. That was like the big name. All the big names had left by that time. But anyway, it was still a hub to meet a lot of people that was still on, All Eyes on Me, still The Row. Man, it was a lot. It was a lot, man. Some of the producers and, meeting. So anyway, long story short, I ended up being a stand-up comedian. Got into comedy. Didn't know I was going to get into comedy because I came up in a time where it wasn't no get $1,200 and go to the, Guitar Center and then get you, some equipment. Like, you really had to rap. You really had to know your shit. I remember rapping on the ADAT. We used to have a real tape. It was a tape. You really had to have a tape, and you was rapping on it, and you couldn't fuck up. Wasn't no punching in and none of that shit. So I come up in the era, that last era of cats that used to have to rap on the ADAT before everybody had Pro Tools, and you could just punch in on some shit. So I come from that era, you know what I'm saying, battling cats in high school and shit. So, that was my shit, and I never became a rapper. So I ended up, getting into stand-up comedy because the way I was living and I was telling stories, I always been the type of person that I made shit funny. Like, damn, that shit was like, you did all that? Yeah, nigga, that shit was funny. Like, nigga, that was close to danger. Nigga, you could have got those. And I make it seem like it was funny. So the homies was like, yo, you need to go get on stage, homie. You need to take that on stage. I remember the homie, I ain't gonna say his name, but the homie from West Boulevard was like, hey, cuz, you need to go on stage. I used to be with this nigga every day. Every day I used to be with this nigga. And he'd be like, man, you need to go on stage, cuz. You need to go do your thing. And, man, I had all kind of homies that used to just tell me, I'm just like, nigga, I ain't no comedian. I'm trying to rap. I'm trying to do this music thing, And the music thing never, really panned out. They didn't really see me as a rapper. It was just like, hey, man, you funny. But, when you grow up in this, you know, in a time that I did in the 90s, you know, it was like the funny person, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. So I never wanted to appear weak. So it was all about like, you know, stand down, you know, and just, you know, nigga, it ain't funny. I knock your punk ass out. Fuck being funny. You know, fuck these jokes. And you see these hands though. You know, I always got myself out of situations. Not that I got myself out of situations. It was just like, this nigga think I'm laughing. You know what I'm saying? Them type of situations where this nigga think I'm playing. Oh, little skinny nigga ain't gonna do shit. I'm just like, man, this nigga, he think I ain't gonna do. I was one of them type of people like I never gave a fuck if you was 250. I'm still on your ass. If I gotta get off on you for my respect, oh, then I'm gonna take that L for my respect, and you're gonna have to respect me for the rest of your life. So I always been a type of person that, you know, I gotta respect him, whether I think I can fade him or not. I'm gonna respect him. So I always kept that within myself. But I don't want to get too much off the topic, and like I said, you know, I want to, you know, really base, you know, this conversation on you running from your gifts. But this is part of my gift. My gift was kind of like it grew from being in the trenches of, like, you know how they say, like, Pac, people, you know, remember this shit, you know, if you're a Tupac fan, you remember the Rose grew from concrete. Like, your gifts grow from the concrete. They grow from, you know, all them hardships and all the things that you go through, you know. And I try to hide my gifts, like me being a people person. Like I'll tell somebody straight up, I'm not a people person. And at the end of the day, man, I'm a people person, like for real. But I'm at that point in my life now, like, you know, the world is a little different. Like I can't, you know, I can't just be out there like that, putting my shit out there like that, because my energy is different. You gotta recognize when your energy is different. You can't just throw your shit on the hook. Somebody like, will you in? And then you be in somewhere where you don't want to be, you know? But yeah, man, I'm definitely I didn't have all walks of life of different type of people come up to me and be like, man, you know, like, I fuck with you, you know, I like what you're doing. You need to keep doing what you're doing. And it's just like, it's weird because people tell you that you gifted, you got something, but at the same time, they don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that's just like, man, I don't know what he gonna do, but I hope he do something. And I've been that type of person where it's like, I could be, you know, my worst enemy. I could burn the bridge that I might need, you know what I'm saying? Off of some just like, man, I thought nobody gave a fuck. And it's like, no, we gave a fuck. But we was just watching you because we know you don't really need nobody. You can just do what you do on your own. I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I never really thought about it like that. Like, all you need is some essentials, and like you can really get busy with some shit. I never thought about it like that, you know. So I never really try to utilize my gifts. And one, I never really had a lot of discipline. And you know, I've been wild and reckless most of my life, you know what I'm saying? So I never really looked at it like, you know, I could really do this shit. And it's just like, fuck, hey, you know how to do this? I'm looking for somebody like help a nigga with some shit. Like, man, I don't know how to do that. Man, hey, help me out with this real quick. And it's like, nah, man, bro, you could do that. And it's like, damn, like I really had to really sit back and think about all the things that I did on my own. And then I seen other people like see me do it, and then they want to end up doing it. Or I do it, and then it's like, damn, I really know how to do that, because I was never really like, I never excelled in school like that, because I was always right brain. I was never left brain too much, you know what I'm saying? I always kind of like seen the bigger picture when it came to education. So I was kind of like, you know, one of them kids, I was just like, man, fuck this shit. I already know what the ending result is. But then I ended up getting out of school, and I was just like, damn, where do I go? Because I don't know what I'm good at. I was always deterred from a lot of things because I was always told that, like, oh man, you know, through people that, you know, I listened to, they was like, man, you know, you good at this, but you know, you gotta do this, man. You know, you're not really good at that. It's like, well, nigga, how you know what I'm good at? You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta take the people that's closest to you, you gotta take their advice and throw that shit in the trash. And you know what I'm saying? I'm 38 years old and I'm still throwing that shit to the trash and like holding on, let me get a little piece of paper, a little corner of that shit I just threw in the trash. Maybe they throw the whole thing in the trash, bro. Fuck what they talking about. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And I was just a firm believer. I was a firm believer in what other people was telling me because I thought they was older than me and they knew more. And sometimes just because they older, that they might not know more than you. They might not have the potential that you got. And my thing was, my potential. And what you gotta understand in life, that your potential might scare a lot of people. And I think that's what I ain't gonna say I think. I know that's what scares a lot of people from fucking with me. They like, man, you don't really need nobody. If you get onto this shit, man, you blow past fucking everybody and you won't need nobody. And that's one of the things I had to understand. Like, I don't really need a lot of people. Like, I could build a cold ass team of fucking just 3, 4, 5 people and be to the moon with it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about, appreciating them gifts. I didn't appreciate none of my gifts. I wasn't appreciating none of my gifts. And I wasn't trying to embrace them like that because those gifts would have had me in the limelight, And sometimes, you don't want to be in the limelight. I come from the era where it's like, nah, you want to be behind the scenes. Sometimes you can't be behind the scenes. You gotta be up. You gotta be the person in the front. And that's just part of your purpose. And we run from our purpose. A lot of times we run from the purpose because, especially as young black men, we look at it like, man, I done seen Malcolm get knocked down. I've seen Martin get knocked down. Elijah. Lewis. You know what I'm saying? And, all of them. They get knocked down. The Panthers, they get knocked down. All of them. You name a Panther, they got knocked down for pushing what they was about. And, it's hard for us to push what we about because we get knocked down, whether it's somebody that's close to us or there's somebody that's outside of our community. We get knocked down for being what we're supposed to be. And I always felt like, damn, I'm gonna get knocked down for that shit because, that ain't the way that I gotta be cool. Like, fuck being cool. Go break out of that shit. You gotta be the black sheep. Sometimes the black sheep of the family be the motherfucking greatest of all time of the family. You know what I'm saying? They say the black sheep might become the GOAT. You know what I mean? So you never know. You might be the GOAT of your family, but you over here trying to be, you trying to play it cool and try to play it, soft and it's fuck it. It is what it is. I don't want to feel like I'm rambling on, but it's my first time being back on fucking with this shit for a minute. So, fuck it. Take it for what it is, man. Just, hear me out for a second. But anyway, following your purpose and don't run from your gift. Once you don't run from your gift, you're going to follow your purpose. Once you end up figuring out what your purpose is, life becomes a little harder. I ain't gonna say harder, but the temptations to get off that track become harder because I ain't gonna lie, man. I done had a lot of shit that came my way. Once I got in my path, I didn't really know it because I was young. I'm in my 20s. I'm getting invited places where it don't cost me nothing to be there. And niggas is like, man, you drink whatever, you smoke whatever. I always had the weed, you know what I'm saying? I kept the weed because I was the nigga that smoked it. So I figured, man, y'all want to smoke it, shit, I'm going to sell it to you, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? You did. But anyway, so, man, my life was always cool. I never really had to have a lot of money, I was never a big balling ass motherfucker. I always had the lifestyle, but I didn't have the money. I had a cool little G-Ride, my little 95 Regal, the gold Regal. The homies remember the gold Regal. And that motherfucker was clean. You know what I'm saying? And I never really had to have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Even when it came to hollering at females, I was home run hitter. I didn't have to have no money. It was mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? Before I ended up with the Gap and didn't take care of my teeth and all that shit because I didn't have the money. I wasn't, focused on getting the money. I was focused on just fuck it, I'm gonna do whatever every day. And man, you focus on doing whatever every day, you're gonna do whatever every day. And it ain't gonna lead you nowhere. It wasn't really a straight path. And once I figured out what my purpose was and what my path was, that's when all this shit came in and I didn't have the discipline to control that shit, to control my urges, and control, you know what I'm saying, the drinking and the partying and it. Sit down, bro. Go write some jokes. Sit down, bro. Go write, you know what I'm saying, stack your money and go buy this camera and go, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, fuck it. Whatever happened today, whatever I can afford to do today, I'm gonna do today. If it's important, it's important. Nigga, I'm gonna be 25 for the rest of the year. I'm gonna be 24 for the rest of the year. 20, you know what I'm saying? You think you're gonna be 20 something for forever. That 1 month go by, that second month go by, that third month go by, that summer go by, you like, damn, I'm about to be another age this year. And then it starts, and then you start having kids. Then you know what I'm saying, I got 2 daughters now, so it's just like, man, I can't really be pushing that shit like I used to when I was, you know what I'm saying, young. I gotta find time. Like right now, I'm recording because they gone. And it's been a long time since they've been gone that I can sit here and record some shit. So it's just like, damn, somebody over here bothering me. I don't want them to listen to what I'm talking about because a lot of the shit that I'm talking about, I don't want them to feel a certain way or you know what I'm saying, about what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it's the truth. But I like to be alone. I'm a loner. Like, I've always been a popular loner anyway. You know what I'm saying? I think that was part of the gift, you know what I'm saying? Being the popular loner. You know what I'm saying? Niggas know me, but they don't gotta fuck with me like that. But at the end of the day, when a nigga shine, they be like, yeah, I know that nigga at the end of the day. But it is what it is. It gave the shit'll give you anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like your purpose is gonna give you anxiety if you're not, if you're not embracing it. You know what I'm saying? If you're not embracing it and you don't have that discipline, your purpose will give you anxiety. You're gonna go through depression, a whole lot of shit, man. I just, man, I can only speak on what I've been through, and that's just what it is, man. And I'm very empathic. People talk about being empaths. Man, I know I gotta be an empath because I meet strangers. They tell me their whole life story, and I'm be like, bro, I don't even know this motherfucker. This nigga, he a smoker. I might stab. I be holding on to my knife like, I'm finna stab this. But they tell me their whole life story, and they want to get close to me and tell me, man, I want you to survive, basically. Basically, when they get close to you, meet somebody that's fresh out the pen or some shit like that, they didn't tell you about how they been on a level this, level that. They be like, man, I want to tell you, but youngster, you do your thing, man. But just, be careful, man. Don't do it. Man, I had a dude tell me like about a month ago. He was like, told me he had been to the pen, and he was like, if you ever get broke, don't go rob nothing. I'm like, nigga, I ain't a jacker, nigga. I'm more of like a hustler. I ain't never been a jacker. I can't tell you that I ever just robbed some shit. Like, that ain't my thing. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the type of nigga to go get a job, go get a bag of weed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Go get an 8-ball, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never been no let's go mask up and go get it. Shit, the pistol costs more than the 8-ball I'm trying to get. You know? So, never been my thing. So I always been like real empathic, man. To like people's emotions. Like, I get around somebody, I start feeling how it feels to be in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? And I start feeling what they. So I gotta be careful about who I be around. I'm like, man, I get the vibing with somebody. I'm like, damn, this ain't even my depression. Nigga, you depressed. Let me get the fuck away from this motherfucker, because your emotions is rubbing off on me. But it's the gift. You know what I'm saying? That's one part of my gift that I run from, is being empathic and understanding how people work. And that's deep. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling other people's emotions like they yours, man, it can become dangerous, because you can get around people, you know what they feeling. You know how they feel about you. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to speak on how they feel about you, and then it'll get you in it, man, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You be on some bullshit. Follow your path. Do not ever, don't run from your gift, man. Do not run from your gift, because you're going to hate Sundays and you're going to hate Mondays. Do not run from your gift, because you're going to hate Sundays and you're going to hate Mondays. If you understand what I just said, you understand what I'm talking about. Because most people hate Sundays and they hate Mondays, whether they with their family or not. You're going to hate Sundays and you're going to hate Mondays if you're not within the lines of your path, man. You know, stay committed to success. I wish you the best. Yeah, that's it, man. D Blake, man. More than just jokes. I'm signing out, man. 2023, man. We're gonna be back. I'm gonna try to keep dropping some old shit for y'all. Whatever comes to mind, man. But you know, I love y'all. Y'all be good. Dubs up. Yep.